going on, people? Welcome to another episode of The Final Drop. Got me, JB.
Myself, D.
Myself, CFC Sams.
Myself, Wes. Jesus Christ. I was looking at what Ro was doing over there.
Yeah, and we're here. How's everyone doing? Shout out to Ro, by the way.
Yeah, shout out, bro.
Man's going to put his thing at the beginning. Roll mix. How we all doing? How we all doing?
Another week.
Here we go.
Ah, shit. I like this. Is that guy Marley? Ah, here we go again.
That's the Marley guy doing an impression of the meme.
Yeah, I know. Is he Marley though, yeah?
Obviously.
That meme of the Somalia guy that says, "How do you know I was Somali?" It's the funniest meme ever made, bro. Anyway, enough of that mild racism.
Wow.
We need to get Ego on one of the shows, though.
Yeah, we definitely do, man. Right. Yo, we're going to talk about change today. That's what we're going to kick it off with. You want to talk about a bit?
He's got to get his notes.
So, yeah.
Let me consult my notes.
What did I say? I was talking about,
Like, what do we mean by change?
What, life changes? Work changes? How am I with change? Like, just being adaptable to stuff.
Or just any life changes, anything that changes. Like, how comfortable you as a human like with change? Or a person? Do you enjoy change?
Are you talking about like a drastic change or like?
Yeah, I mean, it could be anything. Yeah, more like...
Sometimes it depends, innit? Sometimes change isn't wanted but needed.
Yeah.
Like, it's not wanted but it's needed. So it depends, innit?
And stuff.
Sometimes you want change, you want to have change, and other times you need to change something.
I hate change.
Why?
Makes me feel mad uncomfortable. I just hate it, bruv. I hate getting a new job.
Can I ask you a question? Without change, is there progression?
This is what I hate change, but I do it.
No, it's just a
Yeah,
general
that's what I'm
question.
saying, yeah.
Do you feel like without change,
You have to change. You have to change. You have to change everything. If something's not working, I change it. And that's like with my kids. If I'm talking to my kids a certain way, not getting through to them, I change it. Well, I don't really, actually. I'm a bit raw with my kids. But life, if job's not working. But then again, I had a job for like 8 years. And I had a second job for 8 years at the same time. So I had two jobs. I was working both jobs for like 8 years, because it's not easy to change, bro. It's not easy. Once you get comfortable, we should talk about comfortability as well. Like how healthy is it to be comfortable? But yeah, what do you man think about change?
When it comes to work, I don't like it, but life, sometimes I welcome it.
What have you changed in your life other than your dreads?
Your face. What am I changing? No, we're moving soon. We're gonna be moving.
Swear?
Soon. Yeah, we put up for like a house swap thing, so gonna be doing that. I'm welcoming that.
Oh,
Do you know what? That's so sick, because I went to your old house as well.
Yeah,
Practically lived in there at one point. But
exactly. It's all
it was
good.
so sick.
Well, I remember his old house.
Yeah.
On
Yeah,
can't bait up, but yeah.
Yeah, they don't do that.
You don't live there anymore. There's
It's
probably
so
some
sick,
mad family there.
Like, it's so sick the fact that with just one kid in there,
Yeah,
in his old house, now to
to three.
go into
we need
this
more
house with
space.
3 kids and
That's
How many
it.
kids in the next house?
yeah, I'm saying like
So yeah, my life changed.
that's changed. That
About
is
yeah,
changed.
Yeah.
it was I'd say about a year and a half ago, my life changed drastically. Because that's what happens when you have a child, innit? Like your life changed. That's a change.
Did you think like your life changed with each kid?
Yeah,
It does, doesn't it?
it does. Because you got 2 kids to think about. Now you got 3 kids to think about. It's like
Yeah.
it grows into the number, and then so you gotta put whatever. You gotta make changes.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's a good thing.
What about you, Shams? Without having any kids, what would you say is the biggest change you've had in the last 2 years or something?
Last 2 years,
Yeah.
boy. not
Crepes.
really-
Football jerseys. Football kids.
Not,
Yeah.
just I
And
guess
got the
like
new
little,
strip.
little changes has happened in the last 2 years, isn't it? Like there might have been people that I might have been seeing like on the quite regularly. You know what I'm saying? That I was quite close to, and that we just kind of drifted apart over the last 2 years, or people that I wasn't ever close to that I'm close to now. Do you know what I'm saying? So gradual changes, nothing too like drastic. I think the biggest drastic change in my life in the last few years was probably like when my nieces were born, to be honest. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it was like the whole family now had something to focus
Yeah.
on, whereas before everyone was just kind of doing their own thing. Like now,
It brought your family more together.
yeah,
as a
it
unit.
brought the family a bit closer together and that, like, and I was like, relationship with my pops, relationship with my sister, my other sisters as
Oh,
well.
wow,
They
man, that's
it grew stronger and that. So I think that's the biggest drastic change was my nieces being born, isn't it? It's like G was saying, every time kid is born, changes everything, innit?
What I was gonna say, see what you said about friends. It's mad, isn't it? If you think about the people, are you still friends with the people that you grew up with? Like literally, P-Rec days. Like,
depends what you say, friends, innit? Like, we're not friends or how we used to be. Like, I'm still, I guess, like with Instagram and
still in
like
contact.
Facebook and stuff. I guess you're always still in contact with each other.
Yeah.
We're not shouting at each other every day.
Yeah,
Like,
I got a friend.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Do you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
I got a friend I know for like since I was 4 years old. That's still I'm still in contact with. That's my oldest
yeah. But
friend.
when I say contact, yeah, like, I mean like checking them.
Yeah, do you see them?
You
I
check
see
them
them.
every week.
Nah.
What changed?
Okay, so my oldest friend that I check every week. That's like you, man.
Yeah,
That's like
yeah.
you, Jay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've known Gareth for time still. I forgot.
Yeah, it's been a while. But
Yeah, when you were slim and that.
yeah, man, like same like you, bro.
Bruv, I've looked like this for my whole life.
Like-
Let me ask you another question. Do you feel like
All right, mate.
you
No
sometimes
change.
have to be selfish within yourself to make a change to impact you for the best, even though the others around you might not necessarily agree with it?
Yeah, like I've got friends that I grew up with that I have got nothing but love for. Like, if they're probably gonna watch this as well. Like, but they know, like, from I was young, like, I just did my own. I had like a double life. Like, I had my work life, and then I had the ends. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So, and it got to the point where you spend more time at work than you do anywhere else, innit? So your friends at work become your friends. Like, I met Gareth at work.
Yeah, it's true.
Yep.
Gareth, you know,
Met you
government
at work,
names.
bro.
Oh my, yeah. I met you at work.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And then, yeah, work.
Work.
I was at work.
Yeah. You was at work.
Yeah.
I was at work, yeah.
And then, like, I remember you shot me a BB once, you know. I swear it was you. Yeah. You know, like, I just remembered not too
That's
long
what
ago.
friends are for, innit?
Straight
Yeah,
with
he shot me a
BlackBerry.
BB. Whose BB was that?
Wow,
You trying to get me
is that
incriminated for
again?
handling stolen goods or something?
Talk about
What's
BB
wrong
this
with
guy
this
or
guy?
a BlackBerry here.
I don't even know.
The bear shot me a BB, like.
What
Thanks.
kind of BB? What we talking
Asking
about? BB gun?
questions now.
Blackberry
No, not
or-
BB gun, bro. A
BB
Blackberry.
Blackberry.
What did they use? What was the models called?
You know about BB, man. Come on, that's
Blackberry.
your era as well, man.
There was the one
Still
with the
got one.
rollerball.
Exactly, BlackBerry Messenger days.
BBM, man.
Before MSN. No, it was after MSN.
Yeah,
Way
it was
off
after
MSN.
MSN, yeah.
Do you know it closed down actually? So random off topic, but it's actually closed down.
What
What?
black? Yeah, I heard about
BBM,
that. Yeah.
like the messenger network
They shut
service.
down the servers, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if anyone's still using that, like, you need change.
Yeah.
You need to welcome
Exactly,
change.
accept change.
But nah, man.
I feel
Yeah,
like
see-
people that still use Facebook on like a serious thing need to change their life, bro.
Yeah.
Don't you, man?
Listen,
Yeah, I can't.
I went on there the
I hate
other day.
logging on
Facebook is a jungle, bro.
It's
It's
a
a
mess.
It's,
At
no, it's not
times,
a
I don't know
jungle. It's
what's
barren.
worse. At
It's
times, I
like
don't
some
know what's
wasteland.
worse, if it's Facebook or Twitter, because they both seem to be
Yeah, but the thing about
Nah,
Twitter,
wild.
Twitter's
They
will
both
always
literally
pop.
seem to be
Thing about-
wild.
the thing about Twitter is you can say anything you want. Yeah, with Facebook you can't. You got aunties on there, yeah, people from work on there. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
I
you
deactivated
got
my Facebook
family
account
members
in like
from other countries.
2009. Only like recently with music stuff of us putting it back on, and only for that reason. It's just like having another place to post up stuff.
Yeah.
2009.
I did, yeah, 2009. I had
10 whole years ago.
Yeah.
Fucking
I
hell.
stopped fucking with Facebook, man.
Fucking
Do
hell.
you
But
think it's healthy to have a lot of change, for someone to change a lot, or is it
yeah,
unhealthy?
I think so see with my friends and that, like, I just had to change like a bit, because you can't always do what you do when you're growing up, man. You just can't do it forever. They changed as well, you know. It's not like
No, everyone
they're
changes.
still, yeah, it's not like they did what they were doing and just carried on doing it and still doing it. It's just life, bruv. Kids, everything just changed, man. And I hate changing job. I think that's the one thing I hate.
Do you know what I think the most challenging thing is in today's society is you wanting to make a change within yourself, but the two things that might play on a lot of people's mind is how others will react to your change and your surroundings of you
Yeah.
wanting to change but you still being in a certain surrounding. And
That's why you can't be in that. That's why
It's
you can't be in that.
difficult.
Yeah,
Do you get what I'm
it's
saying?
difficult
Because
to
if
be
you-
around certain people if you want to
not
be a
even
certain way.
people, just maybe you live in a certain area that
Yeah,
you don't feel like is helping you change, or is helping you be the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
So put it this way, example, when I go back home, I sometimes have gone back for like 7 months, 8 months, 3 months, just a long period of time. And every time I go, you kind of you get more in touch with yourself. Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm.
So when you come back with a different mentality.
Yeah, you change.
And then when you're trying to infuse this mentality and try stay within yourself and I don't even consider it figuring yourself out, but you're trying to continue with that change you made of being back home. It is challenging because you have friends here who might not understand certain cultures and certain things, or might not even understand you, as
Yeah.
you are changing because they're not changing yet.
Yeah, I went through a time where I was checking people every day that blatantly just that weren't good for me. You know what I'm saying? But I was still checking them, like just because of habit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when I really had to take stock of it, I was like, right, you know, like certain things have to change. You know what I'm saying? Like in the light of certain situations coming up, you know what I'm saying, again, and the same thing happening, but you being a different person that time around, you're like, right, what am I doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why am I still in this cycle, innit? And that's what brings about a need for change sometimes. And like when the need and the want both come together, innit? And you're like, yeah, you need to fuck these people off, mate. And this, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it's true.
It happens.
It's true. When you hang around with certain friends and stuff, yeah. Like, I used to hang around with like a couple people, like on a regular basis, like every day almost, yeah. And it's got to the point where I haven't even like spoken to them, like like over a year and stuff like that. Yeah, this last year has been, I don't know, how do I put this and that, more productive, I guess.
Yeah.
Than when I was chilling with them, because
Definitely.
do you know what I'm saying? And that, like, it's not anything that they were doing on purpose. It was just like, I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta ditch people, I think, man, because they're just not good for you, like mentally, anyway.
Yeah,
'Cause
they just
for
don't. Yeah.
me, the biggest change that can ever happen is mentally, innit? It's like, see, when you talk about going back home, sometimes when I go back home, I see something mad. Do you know what I'm saying? And that, like, just something in it that will just change my view on things.
Bro,
And then I start thinking about other things differently. Do you know what I'm saying?
What
And
is that
like,
down to? Is that because you're seeing another way of life? You're getting
it might not
separate
just be
from
another way of
like
life,
your
bro. I might
environment
just see how
for a
someone's
little bit.
living.
So
I might just
yeah,
see how
it's sorry to interrupt you, but it's like what you said. See the change in need.
Mm.
Sometimes you might see
Jeez.
something, yeah, and you have like a
Come
certain change that you want
Yeah.
to do or something, but it's difficult because you feel like you might need something. Like I can be in London and I'll be like, oh cool, I need this, I need that, I need this and need that. But as soon as yeah, but then as soon as you come, like you're back home or something, you might see someone they might have something to a certain degree, and you're like, raw, like they need a lot more than I do. Do you get what I'm saying? So when you come back to London, it's like, raw, as he was saying, I don't know, maybe it's not the same as you, but for me, it's like just appreciate things a bit more, because back home, so not everyone's got the luxury of having warmth and heaters and all of that. Do you get what I'm saying? But
All of that.
then you come here and we're kind of spoiled with a lot of things.
Yeah, definitely.
So it seems we have somebody here. Hello.
How are you
Jeez.
guys?
Microphone.
Shax.
Wow, thank you.
I'm talking to them.
Say up for us.
What's
Say
up,
up for
huh?
us. What you saying, Shax? Long time.
I know, I haven't seen you in ages.
know,
What's
you say
going on? What's perfect? My old workplace.
I like. We just talk about work as well. Like. We all know each other from
Yeah.
work. Like.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, no shacks.
where did you guys work together?
Stowe.
Oh,
I
okay.
used to work in
Yeah.
Stowe with
And
him.
what about you?
Basically stole.
Okay, fair
My
enough.
son goes
then.
January from the area.
Stowe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
what
fair.
year's he in?
Year 10.
Year 10, so he's almost
Yeah.
done.
Yeah,
Bloody hell.
almost.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Well, technically it's year
crazy.
11 now, because year 11's leave and then they move into that.
Yeah, that's true.
He's a big boy.
Big
man.
boy now, boy.
But
Yeah,
actually, you
man.
have to do sixth form now, don't you? Isn't that a
Sixth form
requirement
more
now?
college.
No,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
6 for more college.
Oh yeah.
6 more.
'Cause before you didn't have to go, did you?
No, you can leave school at
Yeah.
16, boy.
Imagine saying this
Like
to
I
18.
did.
18, you know. No, I tried college. I gave college a shot.
I did. Oh, can I tell you about me in college?
Go, yes, let's
Go
go
on,
about you in
Oh,
college.
without being too incriminated, yeah. So.
Yeah, college is when a lot of
16, no college, no nothing, yeah. Just in my yard, like, oh, my mum's gonna throw me out any day, yeah. Like, I'm not doing nothing with my life. Like, some guy knocked my house for like some advice, if you know what I'm saying, yeah.
advice.
And I gave him the advice, yeah.
Sage advice.
Then he was like, Jay, man, I remember he was Kosovo guy. He said, Jay, man, you should come to this college, man. They pay you £70 to go a week. I was like, what? I said, I'm there, like.
You ain't gonna
And then-
tell me twice.
Yeah, and then like, funny enough, I met some of my good friends that I still roll with, like.
So
from
that's
there.
the change you needed in life.
But I only
Someone
went
to knock on the
for
door.
like 6 months.
Only 6 months. How
Yes,
come you didn't like the course?
Another
£70
change
a day. £70 a day.
Did you
That
save
was
it?
enough.
I got a job in Woolworths, innit? Man's been working from day.
Oh,
Woolworths.
yeah.
Woolworths was lit.
Yeah,
I
it was
miss
lit. It was
Woolworths.
lit. It was lit.
Damn.
Yeah. But anyway, Shax is here now.
I know. What have I missed?
Yes, welcome.
We're talking about something deep, like
We're
change.
talking about change.
Ah,
Like in
change
life.
is always good.
There
Yeah,
we
you-
go. Right, that's
why?
straight away.
There you go. Give your opinion on it. Why do you think it's good? Or
Change, because just in your life, you're gonna always go through things. You're gonna be constantly evolving through different stages. Your state of mind's gonna change on things, so it's just inevitable, really.
You like it? Do you enjoy change? Do you
Yeah,
welcome change?
I love experiencing like new things, anything that I haven't done before, like scenery, new feelings, new everything. So
What about-
I'm a big go on.
What about relationships?
What change wise?
Yeah, like for everyone.
Obviously changes in relationships can be difficult, but I think that's needed as well. Like as you get older, you're like gonna do things that you didn't do before, or you might put up with more, or maybe you might be putting up with less.
Is that the hardest change you reckon?
I'd say it's different for everyone.
Change in
For
relationships?
me, no, not really, because I'm always up for change. So I wouldn't say it's difficult for me. But I don't know. What about you guys?
Hello? Well, me and G boy, no.
Oh, no.
when you've been
I
with
ain't
someone
changed in
for
that
this long,
department for a
yeah,
while.
it's been a while,
You know
man.
what I'm
I've
saying?
never had like, it's just been one, innit? You
Yeah.
know.
That's
Yeah, but
good.
don't you
'Cause-
switch?
lucky.
Don't you
You was
change
lucky,
things in the
man.
relationship to keep
Things,
it
yeah, together
fresh?
we change.
You
But
have
yeah,
kids, that's change.
yeah, that's change.
Position.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Exactly. See, that's what I'm saying. Go through change.
Wow.
Like,
Taking it there already, Jay.
That's
yeah?
but that's like if you're not spicing it up in the bedroom,
yeah,
then
obviously,
just
yeah.
forget about it. Like
Yeah,
honestly,
I-
just
I-
forget
that's-
about it.
Yeah. No,
If you're
definitely.
married to someone for like 30 years, 40 years, then like, what is it going to be like 30 years of the same thing? Like, you have to switch it up.
yeah,
nah.
exactly.
You
In
have no
progress,
choice.
you get to know that person better as well, innit? So you know more about them, what they like, and blah blah blah. So it just that's how that progress is in that way, innit? It's
Exactly.
more of a natural like
Mm.
progression as a.
What
I
about you?
wouldn't call it a change. I just say it's like it just builds, innit?
Hey, wait, do you lot believe in the saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it?
If it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so if something
Yeah.
if something is going all right, why change it then?
It's
Alright.
true.
What's
It can
the
only be
need for
better.
change? Huh?
You
It'd
better.
be better.
But if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
But there's certain things. You get
So
what I'm
I
saying?
see my mentality with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Brexit. This whole Brexit thing. Like
Mm.
I was like, we were cool in Europe. It wasn't broke.
Yeah,
Why are we
people
trying to
wanted
fix it?
change, bro.
Now we've got a problem, and this
Yeah.
is change. This is another.
People
Yeah,
wanted
that's
This is the
change.
wider
Now look.
sense of change. Innit?
Now
Like,
look.
you know what I'm saying?
So is that like based on analogy for relationships? Is that an
Mm.
analogy for relationships? What we're talking
No, I
about?
was just talking about that. There's
Well, like
like
change.
a wider sense of like change.
Because I was gonna say like, see if something's not broke, don't fix it. But if you're in a relationship, you have to experience new things. You have to try it
Mm.
because you don't know what's really good.
Mm.
Because the funny thing with relationships is a lot about experiences. You don't want your partner to experience something with someone else. Because
Yeah.
that means it's a lie. Like, because that's a big thing. You know, no one's
But
like,
I don't
But-
know. There's a few things that I could probably put that into that category.
well, like experiencing stuff with other people.
Yeah, like skydiving. Like she can
Yeah.
jump out of a plane with somebody. I'm happy with that.
Well, that's cheating. You just got cheated on, bro.
Is that cheating?
we missed our first
A
skydive
near-death
together. I'm
experience.
cool.
Yeah.
I'll be cool on the ground.
Yeah, but then she'll fall asleep, and the last thing she thinks about is that guy she jumps
Oh,
out of.
wow.
It could have been a woman.
Huh?
It could have been a woman.
Yeah, but okay. What about going to the Shard? That's an experience.
Going to the Shard.
Yeah, you're
Could be
happy
going
with her
for
to
the
do it with her
view.
brethren from work,
Well, she works in a school, so they went on a school trip to the Shard.
bro.
actually
She's
happened.
been skydiving.
And
She's
she
been
went to the
to
Shard
the
without
Shard.
me, and probably the London Eye as well. I've never been on the London Eye.
Oh shit, G, bro.
So,
You're
yeah.
right.
I'm good, but I don't know. I never forgot.
So you don't mind
things-
experiences. It's like a human thing. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter who you
I've
are.
had experiences that like working in like Glastonbury 4 years on the road like that. That's she ain't been with me with them for them things there. So
See
all
how we was
different.
talking about friends earlier, like when you like stop hanging around with certain people and this and that. Do you feel like there's certain experiences you can have with friends, for instance, yeah, and you don't see them for a long time, but just because you've had like a certain experience with them, when you see them, it's all like
I
you
see.
have
Now
it.
I think with that, yeah, that's a test of a good friendship.
Yeah.
Because even if you've been away, when you come back and you link back up together, then it doesn't change. You know what I'm saying? It's still like the same vibe between friends, innit, kind of thing. I think that's a thing where if it changes after you haven't seen a friend for a long time, then there's something that's arisen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you was proper
exactly.
cool before, and then you get back and it's not exactly the same as before, then someone's more reserved or something else. They got reservations about something and they're not saying. Then you know what I'm saying. You can sense it in it, like
Yeah.
No, I hear that.
you know when your brethren's
But
not like
even-
you how your brethren used to be, innit?
Even do you know, even in relationships and that, yeah, like I think it's important to have a common goal together. So I've
Mm.
never like past experiences and stuff. With my wife now, I don't know, like we both believe want to do a lot, have the same goals and have a lot of faith in the same things. It helps a lot, and it's a change that I made that I've never
Yeah,
experienced before, and it's one of the best things that happened in my life. But it's like,
getting married and that.
yeah, cool, it's a brilliant experience that I've never before. I've never. It's nothing I ever thought of
Yeah.
doing. Do you get what I'm saying? But being married and to someone that I share lots of common goals with and every day, I don't know, it's like a new challenge. We have new things.
But you're
we wanna
facing
do
it
new-
together.
Do you know what I'm
kind of
saying? Like
thing.
we do things together. So it's
It's about experiences stuff together, man. It's
it's
important.
nice, yeah. But
Yeah.
it's, do you know what I'm saying? So I think that in aspects of relationship, you just have to be with someone that you know you can. Someone that's gonna help you face any challenges and change without having any worries, if that makes sense.
Makes
because-
sense, yeah.
I
Making
can be
it
me,
more
my wife
stressful.
herself, but I'm still changing me, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I'm changing me, does that mean that what she don't want to be with me because I'm changing? No, she got to embrace the change, and I got to embrace her change because we're both gonna mature together.
But how much change though? How much?
Every aspect of life, to be honest with you. So far, we have no kids. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But one day when we do have kids,
Mm.
we're both gonna, our bodies are gonna change, are gonna develop, it's gonna be different. We just have to embrace and help each other, and that's one thing that I think. If something's changing, you have to talk about it. You have to
Yeah, communication.
Yeah.
communication, but
Yeah.
just change.
I'm a
in general,
hypocrite,
man.
by the way. Like, you
So
know?
like-
Why
I'm
are
a
you
hypocrite,
hypocrite?
man. It's easier said than done, man. It's hard. It's difficult. Well, it's difficult for
Everyone's
What,
different,
having
bro.
good
yeah.
communication?
Yeah, man. It's relationships are hard, man. I want to hear Sam's point. Are you in a relationship, Shax?
No, I'm
Putting you on the
single.
spot. Single, ready to mingle. No, I'm joking. Yeah, but is it not like? Don't you feel happier that you're in a relationship?
Wow.
Like?
Nah,
I know. Let's get cut out.
guy.
Yeah, but I edit this, innit?
Why
So
best not see it?
Sophia's there as well, innit? So I might just like look away, babes.
Can you go get me a drink?
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. No, but I'm testing to see if she watches the episodes, innit? I'll just throw that in there, and then
You're serious.
nothing happens. I'll be like, well, you don't watch it.
Man, I had to look into the camera for that one. I'm checking, you know.
Yeah, well,
I'm
what's it
checking.
like to be single, guys?
Wait, who else is single? Just is it just me?
I'm
and you?
single.
Is it me and you,
Just-
Sam?
Yeah,
Single life is just doing what you want when you want to do it, kind of thing.
sounds
Who
great.
Instead
you
of
want-
always, instead of like always checking in on someone and having to like, you know, have boundaries and things like that. It's kind of like, yeah, you're just on your ones doing you.
Can I just ask you, what do you mean by have boundaries and stuff like?
Like,
Why'd you stop having to be yourself just because you're with someone?
because sometimes people aren't comfortable with certain things. Like, say if you've
Well, the
got
whole you.
male friends, your boyfriend might not want you to be chilling with boys. So that's a boundary that you'd have to put in place. Whereas it might not have even been anything like that, but you know, still just to make them feel comfortable, you'll employ that into your relationship.
Yeah, and vice versa. And like, you wouldn't
Yeah.
want your man around like
Yeah, exactly.
15 ladies or something. You know?
Well, I'm a quite comfortable person, so. But have you got something
Roll
to say,
tracks.
Rick? Don't try me. Don't try me, because you know. When have you ever known me to be jealous? Me. Yeah, you be quiet on the other side of the camera. If I come rough you up. But Sam, what about you?
No, you're right. You know, like I
Mm.
mean, when you get with someone, obviously there's certain things that you got to change, like about your like
Yeah.
every day to day life and stuff, innit? Because, like you said, when you're single and that, it's like you can talk to whoever you want. You can say whatever, do whatever you want. Whereas you're single and that, you don't want to. I mean, if you're with someone, you don't want to disrespect them by doing something or saying something to disrespect them. Do you know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
can just
do have to
you can
kind of
just
switch
fling
up.
it about as well, innit?
Nothing sounds
Oh
scary
my
than that.
Sam's just flinging about. No, I'm joking.
No, I'm not flicking it. I'm
But-
good. I'm good.
Yeah, you're not missing much anyway, because like this generation's just messed up anyway. So
you not-
you guys with your marriages and stuff.
No, it's good you say about this
yeah.
generation. 'Cause I wanted to ask you, what do you think about like the change, the speed of change that's happening in the world, in the sense of
Well, like dating.
not even that, just
Like
Instagram and little kids and being on YouTube and
Yeah.
becoming YouTube
Social
stars
media and all that.
Yeah, social media and just the way the change is happening.
It's a lot
in the
faster
world.
now, isn't it? You
Yeah.
could,
Like,
like,
not being funny, but nowadays you see little girls running around in makeup and trying to be big
Mhm.
women. And back in the day, every girl when I was a little kid wanted to be like a groovy chick, and you know what I'm saying, the little
Groovy
cartoons
chick.
and that. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
no, but it was
Web
more.
sheets.
You was kiddie, but now everyone just wants to be so adult and
Yes.
rushed to.
No,
to-
man, little
to
girls have
experience
always
life.
been playing with buggies and babies and kitchens and that one.
They have, but
They
now
always-
it's like
I don't
you
feel like to this
yeah, but
extent.
now they've skipped that part. They just want to do it for real. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
They
Nah,
skip,
man,
they,
it's not
they're
that
leaving
bad.
the dollies at home. They want to head straight to the club or wherever the rappers
Yeah, but
at.
that
or
was the
whatever.
same. How old was you when you first went clubbing, Shax? Yeah, exactly.
No,
you don't
but-
have to say it.
It
But
wasn't
exactly.
that
Like
bad,
that,
you
bro.
know.
Oh, you used to go to under 18s. Yeah, exactly. Bigger fish or whatever. Or the ones in Stowe.
Yeah, but when I actually started going clubbing, I did go underage, but I wasn't even that bad because I remember I was in sixth form and one of my friends took me. I think I was 17, not even 16, so it wasn't that
It's not
bad.
even that bad.
That's not
Yeah,
bad.
and my mum knew I
How
was
old are
going
you,
as
Jay?
well. I told my mum.
How old are you?
Why you ask me, how old are you, bro?
No, how old were you?
Oh.
When you were first raving?
Oh, man, I was young. I was like 14.
I was 15.
like 14,
I was 15,
yeah.
just turning 16.
I caught a couple
But-
I
wines
had
as
my
well.
national insurance card. I thought I was big. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that comes when you're 14,
Yeah,
doesn't
when
it?
15 and something months. it
Yeah.
That was back in the day.
comes. Now they get an email for that shit, innit?
But, like,
Memorise it.
Back then, was it easier to get into like clubs like underage?
Yes,
Mm,
100%.
Because for me, it was.
It was, but like you had to like now you can go to club with trainers and stuff. Back then,
Yeah,
you had to
that's
have your
true.
shoes. And
Yeah,
your
but you
shirt.
just had shoes and
Yeah,
shirt.
just
You
had
didn't have to have
dress,
ID.
Like but ID wasn't. They didn't have nothing to check you with your ID.
Yeah, they're
or,
so strict on
yeah,
ID
none of
now.
that nonsense now.
Even
little
back
girls
then, I
are
had
running
my.
the
It's funny, yeah,
Oh, God.
because like I don't even go out that often anymore. But whenever I do go out, I never have my ID, and I always get in.
I would love
You're
that.
lucky, man.
No, it's not lucky.
think it's
Because
about
I go
how you
out with
come
some-
across, man.
these little times that he goes out, I'm with man, and it's best
Yo.
stressful. What man's like 9? We
Man,
can't
like-
hook up another one, can we? But yeah, like you piss me off though, bruv. Because
Right.
every time we go out, you've never got your ID, bruv.
Who's that?
Nah,
He's never got his ID.
Never have.
And
Does
it's
that
just
mean
like
you changed
Sam don't
location?
have his ID.
Wait, do you
alive?
come out
Does he
knowing?
ever have his ID, bruv?
Does he come
always
out
forget.
knowing
I
that you're
just-
going out?
Do you
not
have
having
ID?
Of course he
Yeah,
knows.
I've got ID, but
Why
who
do you
carries
do
ID
that?
with them everywhere though? Like,
I don't.
I
I
do.
don't. My friends
I
get
do.
annoyed at me with that.
My
'cause they're like,
license, my driving license is in my wallet.
see,
I just
yeah.
carry
that.
Yeah, but I don't carry ID. But
I
when I'm
don't.
going out, I make sure I have my
Yeah,
ID on me.
You need to
Fair
get out of that mindset.
Fair enough, but I've never been buoyed off though,
Yeah, I know it's true.
and it's always because do you know what it is? It's because I have been buoyed off before. Yeah, and how I've acted at that time. Yeah, I just know not to act like that next time. There's a certain way to act. Yeah, change it.
See, it's
There's
inevitable.
a
I
certain way
told
to act,
you.
innit?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Fair enough.
But yeah, man, I don't know. Change in relationships, mad though. It's mad. You gotta change.
Yeah.
What do you mean, like
Yeah.
when you say like change in a relationship? Yeah. So if you've been with someone for like a significant amount of time, what is there that's gonna change?
Well, you know,
that's
it's not
gonna
even
be seen?
change. I think it's compromise. You know, there's certain things that you have to just accept about the other person. You know, like some you might not want. Like it's like what you said about boundaries.
Yeah.
Some you might not want. There's personal boundaries. You might not want them to see you when you're doing a shit. You know, which is that's why you know them ones like, or
Yeah.
even your feet, even down to feet. Some people, even guys, girls, some people just don't like people personal space. You know, them ones. When you're with someone constantly in the same room,
But like,
It's
how
just-
long before you fart in front of them and stuff like that?
yeah,
That's change.
That's a change.
yeah,
All that's
That's
change.
definitely changed.
yeah. It's mad. So how long was it?
But you see, like, if you feel like you're going from relationship to relationship, and you keep going for the same kind of person or same traits as the people always have the same kind of traits, do you not feel like you maybe should change the kind of people
What, like
you're
who you're
dating?
looking for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe not even the other person. You need to change something within yourself to maybe.
Wouldn't the
Yeah,
change in
definitely.
people come
If
from like
it's-
your changing social circle as well, though? Like if you socially change, then you'd be around and exposed to different
See,
people.
I would say
Definitely.
the change has to come within first. Because if I don't change
Yeah.
myself,
Yeah,
how
I'm
am I
saying yeah.
gonna-
So you'll change within first, and that mean you'll be with different people or doing something new or getting out doing something else. So you'll be exposed and be around new people, and then from having that, when being around new people, then you, obviously the options for dating would occur.
Do you
innit?
know, I wouldn't even say dating. I'll say anything in life in general, networking,
Yeah.
your social environments.
Yeah.
If you're in a like business or whatever, you can't
Yeah, you're gonna
keep
have to,
going back to the same crowd and
Yeah.
expecting to have a better.
I think
outcome.
business as well, like doing like when you've got a business as well, it's having to keep on thinking about what's the next. That's a lot of change as well.